you know, for $93,500, you could probably just buy a really nice coffee table. The chef is $4,800, and the fluff bit must be made out of some superior material. The little diamantes hanging down, I mean, cute but useless, right? Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Jess. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. I'm really close to 14,000 subs, so all your help would be amazing. Thank you so much. I wanted to discuss today outrageous luxury items that are completely useless, and I know that luxury is, you know, usually associated with people who are rich and have money to burn, but some of these luxury pieces are just, you know, borderline ridiculous. So I wanted to talk about them today and how, you know, I think they're just little novelty things that people who have so much money they don't know what to do with it to buy. So first thing is these Bottega leather toys. There's this little set online called the Intricacio Napa Apple set. I never know how to say that. Intricacio, the you know, the woven leather. Napa leather set for 12,640 Australian dollars. It's these really cutesy little apples that come in a set. Now, I don't know whether these are like things that you put inside like a bowl. You know, like sometimes when you're doing like home decor things, like you get like a really beautiful ceramic vase and then you put all these like little random balls in there, or like pot puree or something. I don't know if this is like an ornament to put inside a bowl or what, or if it's like a Christmas decoration. They kind of look like Christmas decorations actually, because they have the little hooks. $12,000 though for Christmas decorations. It's a little bit useless, but, you know, bougie nonetheless. And if you're not into spending $12,000, well, you can spend $6,000 and get a bunch of carrots. So a beautiful carrot set there with a little purple carrot, and, well, it looks like you get 4 orange carrots as well. So there you go. And then if you're not into the food, you can also go for the dinosaur. It's coming soon, so you can't quite get it yet. 1,650 for this dinosaur, so significantly less than the apples. And, you know, I think the most interesting one is probably this like snake with the little tongue hanging out. I think this one is quite expensive as well. And then you've got the donkey, the little cart as well, which you can pull him along. That one is $3,470. That one's probably the most hilarious now looking at it, the donkey. So I don't know whether these are just like very bougie toys for kids or if they're just literally home decor, because, yeah, I mean, if I had money to burn, I probably would buy the apples and the donkey because I think they are pretty funny. And then you've also got, you know, this bunny, which is like, to be honest, a pretty ugly bunny. It's, yeah, a Napa rabbit with box made from reserved leather. So it's made from leather scraps. So it's kind of similar to like the Petite H at Hermes. You know how they have this section on their website or in the store where you can buy creations made from scraps of material and leather. For example, this cowboy hat is Petite H and it was made from scraps of Hermes leather. So it's probably like a similar concept, but they're doing it with like little woven toys. So yeah, I thought these were pretty ridiculous, but they are kind of cool. Next thing that is really expensive and useless is probably the Vivienne dolls at Louis Vuitton. Now, don't get me wrong, guys. If I had this amount of excess money, I would probably collect Vivienne dolls because, you know, guys, I love my jelly cat. I love my little plushies. And sakes, I collect these like silly rodeo charms, so they are also probably under this category of useless items to collect. But the Vivienne dolls, you know, they're really expensive. Like, for example, the chef is $4,800. Then you have like the bride. That one's $4,250. You know, once you start collecting them, you gotta kind of catch them all. So I feel like you would need to buy more than one Vivienne, especially like just to at least get them in pairs. This 8,650 Australian dollar one has a crocodile flower head, which is quite cool. And then you've also got like the fall edition Vivienne, the exotic Vivienne with this like iridescent crocodile flower head, and even a Vivienne doll sailor. Okay, that one is adorable. That one's 4,350. And, you know, they release new Vivienne dolls like every season, I assume. So I'm sure there are people out there who literally collect all the Vivienne dolls. The Rainbow Playground one, 4,300. the Kusama Vivian. Oh, this one is expensive. This one is like giant edition, 12,500 for this Kusama one. And then you have like a slightly smaller one for 7,500 with a really adorable handbag. I mean, oh my gosh, so cute. And the Petulia Rabbit. Oh, that is adorable. That one's really cheap too, 2,650. What a bargain. I mean, which one would you choose, guys? Because like, I'm not gonna lie, these are like adorable. You went into someone's house and you saw like 100 Vivian dolls. I mean, that's a bit of a flex, right? And another thing that would be a little bit of a flex in your house, I think, would be a Louis Vuitton trunk, which again is quite ridiculous and useless. So, you know, Louis Vuitton is known for their trunks. That is what made them famous. But back in the days, people would travel with these trunks, but unless you have a private jet now, it's not really convenient to travel with a trunk. People just buy them as, you know, collectibles, or, you know, if they're a big fan of Louis Vuitton, they want a bit of their heritage, they might get a trunk. And I've seen a lot of people, or not a lot of people, but I've seen, you know, people use these trunks as coffee tables in their house. They put like a glass thing on top. But, you know, for $93,500, you could probably just buy a really nice coffee table. Do you really need to buy like a trunk? But, you know, it is a bit of a flex, again, for people who have money coming out of their eardrums. These trunks, I don't really think that they always hold value either, because you can sometimes find like these vintage trunks for really good deals, or those like vanity box cases. And I've seen people actually get like smaller, hard-sided trunks and put flowers in them and like cutesy things like that. But they're not really like usable. They're more just for like home decor. And you can't ever really use them for what they're intended to be used for, like traveling, because they're just much too heavy. So they're really just very fancy decor pieces. But yeah, as I said, you could just buy some very expensive bougie furniture. You don't necessarily have to buy like a trunk case to like make it into a coffee table. But yeah, what do you think? I mean, there must be people who collect these, because there's a lot of to collect as well. Like currently on the website, there's like a camouflage one for $116,000. There's a metallic bronze one, again, $163,000. And then the Lausanne 110 Mescar Jaune is $93,500. I mean, yeah, I don't know about it, guys. I just don't get it. I mean, I think it is literally for people who just have a giant house and like want to have something really fancy like in their living room. Then, you know, Chanel Minaudières. Now, these are, again, kind of just like very expensive collectibles. I think Chanel designed these for people who are rich to just like collect one a season. And usually there is like a special Chanel Minaudière, like, it's not like every season, like they might do one like once or twice a year. Some significant ones that I remember is like the birdcage one, which is like, it felt like really crap quality because, well, I think I saw Trisha Paytas unbox it, and it was just like this like chintzy thing with like diamantes, and you know, I've seen on the pre-loved market, they're like quite expensive. Sometimes they're like $20,000 for these like little toy Minaudière things. The scarab beetle one, that one is actually quite cool. On First Dibs, it's $46,000. Now, I don't know if that's an accurate resale price, but the retail was quite expensive. Like they were at least over $15,000 for these like little things, these like little plasticky case things that don't really feel like amazing quality, but they are literally just like interesting collectibles to have. You can't really like, you know, use them like a normal bag because they're a weird shape or they're too small. Actually, Super Jacob has a really cool Minaudière. It's a like a cassette or like a videotape or something. And he bought that one back in the day when they were actually reasonable prices, but now Chanel, you know, Chanel's kind of exploded in price. You know, there's so many, like a little snow cart, a film projector, a robot. I know one of the most desirable ones is like the rocket ship with like the little diamantes hanging down. I mean, cute but useless, right? So yeah, I mean, they're pretty cool. I don't know what the most recent one they've done is. I kind of like stopped following them, but yeah, I've never owned a Chanel Minaudière. Then from Loewe, they actually did, I mean, I can't believe this, guys. They actually did a Jellycat collaboration for their Suna Fujita collab. I cannot believe this because there are like so many people who are like obsessed with Jellycat, including myself, which I wish I wasn't. And I'm sure there are people who really wanted to buy this Jellycat. And Jellycats are not usually over $1,000, but this one from Loewe was, I think it was over 1,000 Australian dollars, which is, you know, a drop in the ocean compared to some of these other things I've been talking about today. But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it's a Jellycat, and Jellycats shouldn't cost over $1,000. For example, this bread, which is like not as detailed, because if you look at like this character, it's like holding another bear, so it's like kind of like two Jellycats in one. But this would have been like under $100, definitely. Maybe under $50, I can't remember, because I bought it online and it was in USD. But this is like a baguette, and then, you know, I've got like a pretzel here. This one was definitely like $40 or something. I mean, it's still really expensive for a soft toy, but $1,000 for a Jellycat. It is like the Jellycat, like it is actually like 3 Jellycats in one when you think about it. So maybe it's worth it. No, it's definitely not worth $1,000. But do I want it? Yes, I do want it, but not for $1,000. The fluff bit must be more like made out of some superior material, because like these are like very fluffy, but maybe this is made out of like wool or cashmere or something. I don't know, to make it $1,000, right? It's definitely like the ultimate Jellycat to buy. And then finally, I wanted to talk about Chanel hosiery. I've noticed that Chanel stockings, I don't know, have been like kind of pushed a little bit more the past few seasons. In a lot of the ads, I see the models wearing these like very lavish Chanel stockings. And there's ones on the website at the moment with like little CCs like within the weave of the stockings, and they're $910. And I just think like, this is such like a waste of money. Like I remember a few years ago, a lot of people were buying like these Gucci stockings, and there were also these Saint Laurent stockings with a little YSL logo. And I heard so many people say that they like wore them twice and they already got pools in them, and it's just ridiculous, because especially like these Chanel ones are like 910 Australian dollars. Imagine wearing these like 2 times and then you get a hole in it and it's just like completely trashed, unless you want to like wear it in like a edgy way, like ripped stockings look. It's just like such a silly thing to spend $900 on. I mean, unless you have like money just like flowing out of your like body, like I just like it's just like completely like just a ridiculous thing to buy. But I guess you're paying for that little Chanel logo, which honestly people are just obsessed with and would do anything for. So yeah, I get it. At the same time, I mean, it's Chanel, so I'll be surprised. Do you love any of these ridiculous, overpriced, useless items? Because I definitely have bought quite a few useless items. I mean, as I said, Jellycats. I buy a lot of like stupid home decor stuff, but as long as it brings you joy, I mean, is it worth the money? I mean, maybe. Who knows, guys? And yeah, as I said, like I bought a lot of bag charms, which although they add a bit of like flavor to my bags, some people would say they are also useless. So I get it, guys. But anyways, thanks for watching my video today. Hope you enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys on my next one. Bye!